is about different types of substances. The three different types of substances are transparent bodies, translucent bodies, and opaque bodies. So coming to the definitions for these three, transparent bodies are the bodies which allows the light completely to pass through it, or else the substances through which the light falls, the light flows freely. The light can travel freely, or else the substances which allows the light completely to pass through it are called transparent substances. So, examples for these transparent substances are air, pure water, glass. Right? So, glass are of different types. Some glasses allows the light completely to pass through it, whereas some window glasses does not allow the light to pass completely through it. So, only pure glass like spectacles. Etc. So, what are the substances? So, those substances which allows the light completely to pass through it. Second one, translucent substances or translucent bodies. The substances which allow the light partially which means half of the light, not complete light, only some of the light which partially allows through it. Clear? So those substances we call it as a translucent bodies. So example, oil vapor, some window glasses. So in winter seasons, the fog will appear. So that fog at the time also acts as a translucent bodies. So due to that fog, we can see the objects which are somewhat near to us. So we cannot see the objects clearly which are somewhat away from us. So that fog also comes under the translucent bodies. And oil vapors, window glass, here. So all those comes under the category of translucent bodies. Next, opaque bodies. So these are the bodies or the substances which does not allow the light to pass through it. Right? So these are the substances which never allows the light to pass through it. Example, all the solid objects like book, pen, board, wall, chair, etc. So all those solid most objects comes under the opaque bodies. Right? Most of the substances are opaque bodies. Remember, for opaque bodies only the shadow will be appear. Right? The shadow will present only for opaque bodies. Clear? Next, nature of light. So, depending upon the size, this nature of light can be classified as two types: point source and extended source. Point source and extended source. Right? A source of light that is the size of pinhead. The source of light which is the size of pinhead of a pin, right? So if the source is like a pinhead of a pin, right? So that source is nothing but point source of light. So example, you can observe that spotlight. You are playing with the spotlight, you can buy that in some shops, right? So that spotlight, sometimes we call it as a laser light. We will spot that light. So with that light we can give the demos and some laser lights will use it for different purposes, right? So that is nothing but the point source. Next one, extended source. Here the source is like the size of a pinhead. Pinhead. It is a pin, right? It is the head of a pin. Here. So if the source size is like the head of a pin, and the source we call it as a point source. Next one is extended source. So this extended source can be defined as the source of light which travels or which is bigger than the size of the pinhead. Simply we can define that the source of light which is bigger than the size of the pinhead. Or else the source of light which can travel in all the directions. This can be defined as, this also can be defined as which can travel in all the directions. So which is nothing but extended source of light. So if the size of source is more than the size of pinhead, and that is defined as extended source of light, or else the source of light which can travel in all the directions. Example: sun, burning candle, fire, bulbs. So all those comes under the category of extended source. Extended source in the sense extended. So it travels in all the directions. Extends means it increases its size. And after that, not only this, hot source of light and cold source of light. There are other sources also, hot source and cold source, or cold source or hot source. Clear? So cold source of light, some other sources of light emit light even when they are cool. Like, so this cold source of light which is not gives us the light to burn, right? So which emits the light even when they are cool, which emits the light even when they are cool. So example for this is blower. Right? Blower is the best example for this cold source of light. So hot source of light, so which emits the light when they are hot. Which emits the light when they are hot. For example, sun, candle, fire, filament bulb, etc. Burning candle, fire, bulb, etc. So all this comes under hot source. Cold sources are the source which emits the light only when they are cool, when the substance or when the source is cool. But hot substances are the substance which emits the light when they are hot. It is about ray of light. Ray of light. A ray, right? A ray of light. So light itself, it is an invisible source of energy. So the path along which the light energy travels in a direction or in a given direction. So in a given direction, it is the path of the light ray. Clear? It is a single ray, single line, single path. So in this single path, the light energy travels in a specified direction, and this path is nothing but a ray of light. Clear? Only one path will exist, and that is nothing but a ray of light. And next one is beam of light. The collection of such rays of light, the collection of number of rays of light, If we collect all these rays of light and these collection is nothing but a beam of light, right? So this beam of light is classified into three types. First one is parallel beam, divergent beam, convergent beam. Parallel beam of light, divergent beam of light, and convergent beam of light. So parallel beam of light, a bundle of light rays, parallel to each other. It is the light ray, and these collection of light rays are parallel to each other. Right? And these light rays or this beam of light is nothing but parallel beam of light. Clear? Next, divergent beam of light. So, in this divergent beam of light, the light rays should originate from a point and travels in different directions. By the definition, the light rays should originate from a point, and that means should travel should start at a point and travels in different directions. You should starting from a point, it is the source of light, and from this source of light the light is travels in different directions, and this beam of light is nothing but divergent beam of light. Clear? Next, convergent beam of light. When the light rays coming from different directions and meet at a point. Example, like this. These light rays are coming from different directions and meeting at a particular point. And this beam of light is nothing but convergent beam of light. Remember, convergent means mixing at a particular position. Divergent means dividing from a particular point. Clear? Rectilinear propagation of light, which means light travels in a straight line. This is nothing but rectilinear propagation of light. So this is happening because light always travels between 2 points in shortest possible time. So since the light always tries to travel between 2 points in the shortest possible time, so that light travels in a straight line, so it is nothing but a rectilinear propagation of light. Clear? Thank you.